go to the scene yourself that day, 5:35 Buckhalter?
Yes, sir.
When roughly did you get there?
Around 6 o'clock, I believe, that evening, after getting a search warrant signed.
Okay, so you didn't go there till the evening, till after the search warrant was signed for your residence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, earlier, before that, were you nevertheless still involved from your desk at the Islands Precinct?
Yes, sir.
And at some point, were you asked, or did you just decide to run the defendant's name, put it on any sign, and see whether there were any vehicles registered to her that you could see in your system?
I was asked by the detectives on scene
Okay. And how did they ask you? Over the radio, cell phone, or what?
through text.
Okay. So who was on the scene at that point and had asked you to do that, if you remember?
I believe it was Detective Noble and Detective Wilkins.
Okay. So one or both of them asked you to run her name and see about vehicle registration.
Yes, sir.
And did you see that any particular vehicle was registered to her?
I believe there was a Dodge Journey registered to her.
Do you remember the tag number for the Dodge Journey?
Yes, it was TEN930.
They're cooking boiled fish. Yeah. That's a little weird, but okay, especially late at night, but you seem to have some weird neighbors, so.
00.
And is that a Georgia tag?
Yes, sir.
One moment. Now, do you see in front of you a document marked as State's Exhibit 6?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what that is?
It appears to be a license plate reader from Flock.
Okay, a flock camera?
Yes, sir.
All right, does it fairly and accurately depict what a typical flock camera looks like?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I would move this in as State's Exhibit 6.
No objection, Judge. I've already.
It's in there.
And may I ask, rather than putting this up on the screen, if it could just be published by passing it to the jury?
That's fine, Judge.
And would the court like for me to do that, or would the court prefer that the deputy do that?
What the state might just do.
I'm fine.
Are these photos?
It's just a single photograph.
It's just one picture, Judge.
Thank you. Now, what is a flock camera and what is the flock system?
So essentially, it's a license plate reader that is stationed throughout different areas throughout the U.S. The Flock system is made only public to law enforcement agencies, so you have to have a username and a password through your agency to actually use the system.
And did you have that on October 5th of 2022?
Yes, sir.
Roughly how many of these cameras are there scattered around Chatham County? Off the top of your head, I'm not looking for a firm number.
About 300.
Okay. And do you have access to the information from all of those?
Yes.
Do you have access to information from flock cameras in other places?
Yes, sir.
How does that work?
So essentially what it is the agency, say if we're here in Georgia, an agency in California can put us on their permissions list. And then what we can do is just add it or do what we call a hot list, which means say if there's a vehicle that you're looking for, if you have the tag, you can put it in the system and then it'll alert those individuals who are on the hot list. So I would have to, if if I'm the owner of the hot list, I can add you as a user to see what the vehicle and where it hits at.
Now, what do these cameras do when a car drives by and the license plate comes into the field of view of the camera?
It just takes a picture of the license plate and the back of the vehicle.
Okay. And are those images maintained in the Flock database that you have access to?
Yes, I think they hold for about 30 days.
Okay. And does it tell you the location of the camera that took the picture?
Yes, sir.
And you can see the picture itself?
Yes, sir.
Does it tell you the time that picture was taken by that camera?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the ability to, after the